we talk about pretty much every legal and responsible use of firearms. And that can be collecting, hunting, of course, recreational shooting, which would be informal, or competition shooting, certainly, and absolutely having guns for self-protection, for personal protection, which traditionally, over the last 50 years or more, has always been the number one reason that people give why they own firearms. Now, they may own guns for a lot of different reasons. They may be hunters, they may be competitive shooters, whatever. But in the list of reasons why people say they own guns, the number one reason is always personal protection. Why is that? Well, because they've got it figured out. Those who choose not to live in a bubble, who choose not to live in a fantasy world, who choose not to delude themselves into thinking, if I just think good thoughts, then others will think good thoughts all as well. If I do good things, others will do good things. If I don't hurt anyone, then no one will hurt me. Yeah, no, really, there's a lot of evil walking around. There are people who would hurt you and give it as much thought as stepping on an ant. They just don't care. There are sociopaths. There are psychopaths. There are truly crazy people. There are truly evil people. There are alpha predators who are good at hurting people because they've been doing it their entire lives. And they don't care about you. They don't care that you have children. And they don't care that you have, older parents that you have to take care of. And they don't care that you've done nothing wrong. They'll just hurt you. They'll rob you. They'll beat you. They'll hit you. They'll stab you. They'll shoot you. And giving it hardly a thought at all. It's just a thing. It's just something they have to do to get whatever it is they want. And so a lot of people have kind of looked at that and gone, well, the courts keep ruling that the police have no legal duty to protect anyone. Allow me to say that again. The courts keep ruling that the police have no legal duty to protect anyone. That is, they cannot be held responsible if they don't. That is, only you have the responsibility to take care of you and your family. No one else. No one else out there has a legal or moral responsibility to take care of you or your family. You do, however, if you are a responsible adult. And I've had people say, well, Tom, surely you're not saying that if you don't have a gun for self-protection, you're being irresponsible. That's exactly what I'm telling you. And I get it. It's a personal choice, and you can do whatever you want. Okay? But I personally think it is irresponsible to not have a means of protecting your family. I think it's irresponsible to not have fire extinguishers, multiple, in your home and have everyone know how to use them. I think it's irresponsible to not use seatbelts. I think it's irresponsible to drive and text. And I just as much think it's irresponsible to not have a means of protection for yourself and your family. And having the means of protection doesn't mean just getting a gun. It means knowing what to do with it. And the only way, I'm going to emphasize that, the only way to know that is to get formal training. Not your buddy took you out and showed you how to shoot and you hit the target most of the time. I'm talking about how to shoot and move, how to shoot and communicate, how to do reloads, how to do malfunction drills. Oh, that's a lot of work. Yeah, it's kind of fun too. In fact, it's a lot of fun. In fact, it's life-changing. There's nothing that feels quite as good as the confidence that comes from competence. Confidence based on nothing is just fooling yourself. But when you have confidence based on competence, you actually are good and you know it. That's a good feeling. And then when you apply that to being able to take care of yourself and your family, that's a really good feeling. And no. You don't end up going looking for trouble. You actually go out of your way to avoid trouble, because the more training you get, the less you want to be involved in anything like that. Because you have a real appreciation for how bad it can be. And frankly, that even though you have a gun and even though you have training, that doesn't mean you're going to come out on the good side of a situation. So you want to avoid the situations. Okay? Fair enough. So that's the deal.